that's just to show you our latest packaging function. So I think it's very powerful, and I will show it to you on that pipe rack here. And let me just open it, and maybe it looks a little bit confusing firsthand, but it's very easy to handle. So for that pipe rack, I will only create a folder that's called rack. And I want to separate between the pipelines and the steelwork. So I create, let's start with the steel package. I move it under that rack folder. So it's better to separate. And what I will do first is I will create a package based on a volume. So therefore I select any element, click on create volume, and from there I start to drag my volume to the right position. So maybe up to here, and on the other side I drag it up to here. That looks fine. Okay, I have to include the whole package here. Also the bottom I bring down, and I want to include all that piping. And to better see what's inside that package, I can just select the highlight function. That gives me a good feedback what's currently inside that package. And you see there is a little bit too much, so I can adjust it. So that's fine. And also that side I adjust a little bit. Okay, so that's my package for now, but you see now everything is included, piping and steelwork, and there's a cool functionality. So let me just adjust it a little bit so that steel is included. And now I just select only one pipe of steelwork, and I add a condition based on attributes, and the standard attribute is always the UID, which allows you to add or subtract single elements, but I click on that and change the condition to the task. So task equals structure. You can also have a like command here. And now you see what I don't want to do. All the structures now added, but I can switch from add to filter. So it takes all the objects from the volume now and filters it by task structure. And voila, we have a package only containing the structure inside that pipe rack. Okay, that's our first part of the package. And now I want to also have the same for piping. And to make it easy, I just go to duplicate, rename it to piping, also move it to the rack folder, select it, and here I go to the condition and just exchange structure by piping. Okay, and now I have the piping. Okay, that's all for the definition of my package. And what can I do now? I can simply go to rack and tell the system hide everything. So now the complete rack was hidden, and then I can go in and tell the system only show the steel. And now I see only my steelwork on the pipe rack. Or I can tell the system to hide the steel and only show the piping. And that way you can really break down your plant. And the cool thing is when you save that package, like my pack to disk, you can just take that packaging file and import it into UniversalPlantViewer Builder and create one session per package. So this way you can break down a huge plant into smaller chunks so that it's easier to take it with you on mobile devices. And while this currently writes in a special JSON format, which is very computer friendly, we just started to implement definitions also based on Excel files, which you can create manually. So if you know what you want to have in your package, you can define it in a simple Excel language. We will provide some some samples. And here you see first package is just an IntelliVolume of 1 meter around one specific equipment, while the second one is a little bit more complicated. It's I take everything from structure, then I remove handrails and stairs from that package. I add all equipment. I filter by the recovery stage, and as the last action, I add a pipeline. You see those packaging can be very complex, and let me read in that package. It's the package definition Excel select. Okay, you see those are my two packages. And just to show you the first one, you remember that's that equipment package. Let me filter by that, and okay, nothing's in. So we just need to see that I've defined it in my Excel list with item name, but I'm pretty sure it's only name. So I fixed it, and voila, it's in. Okay, you see that's just the package I've created with an IntelliVolume, and I can manipulate the volume by 2 meters or even by 3 meters and filter by it. Okay, so very easy, and also for the area definition I've done. Let's remove that and let's do filter, and again I'm pretty sure if I click on that, you see it's what I've defined. It's all the steelwork from that area, but without ladders and stairs, including all the equipment and that one single pipeline I've defined in my Excel sheet. So very powerful tool to create packages, group elements, display them. You can also later on, when you select that package, go to the select function and then use the coloring on that package. So you color all the elements in your package. So all the standard functionalities you can use with packages. And remember, you can use packages also to create smaller chunks of your model or specific portions of your model. Think about having one Intelli package per pipeline. So in addition to your isometric drawings, so the guys on site can just on their tablet see the isometric drawing along with that small part of the model that shows every surrounding and helps them by locating the pipeline for installation.